Have you ever noticed when the warmer weather comes, that is when we notice the bad taste and smell of our tap water?
Yes, and in to tell us why and what we do about it just in time is independent water consultant Derk Chamberlin. Derk, welcome back.
Hi guys, great to be here.
Of course, it's always good to have you. And so we were talking about summer. We all love it because it's fun, but then it gets hot. Not only is it, uncomfortable sometimes outside, but our water starts tasting bad. What's actually going on?
You're right, it does start tasting bad. And the reason that it tastes bad is when it gets warmer, it encourages bacteria to grow. So they have to dump twice as much chlorine in it to kill it that they do in the wintertime because the water's cooler, And in addition to the chlorine, some utilities, get this, some utilities actually dump chemicals in there to raise the pH of the water because with more alkaline water, it doesn't dissolve the lead in those old pipes that they laid underground and old plumbing in your house. So they put those chemicals in. So now you have chlorine, you have the chemicals that they put in to raise the pH of the water. And you know what? No one really knows what those chemicals do. No one knows what the long-term effects are, but they do know the long-term effects of lead and chlorine in our water.
We'll kind of hit on that a little bit more on the dangers of just lead and chlorine, just saying that. We know those aren't good.
Right. Right, and they are in your water. Lead affects the liver, your kidneys. It has you get birth defects from it. And chlorine, as a matter of fact, chlorine has been linked to heart disease, hardening of the arteries, Alzheimer's, and cancer. So both of them are a problem.
So it's clear that chlorine is unhealthy and so is lead, but do you think people are actually aware of this problem?
No. No, they're not. They really don't pay attention. And guess where we get most of our exposure to chlorine?
No clue.
We get 2/3 of our exposure to chlorine when it's absorbed through our skin in the shower or the bath. I hear all the time people saying, well, my grandfather or my parents drank the water all their lives and they never had a problem. Yeah, but did they have high blood pressure? Did they have heart disease? Did anybody have a heart attack? That comes from chlorine.
Now, I feel like we can tell people these things, but I know seeing is believing, and I know you kind of have a test that really shows us what you're talking about.
Right, right. And it's important, too, because chlorinated water is probably the worst thing that you can take in or you can bathe in. Mm-hmm. This is actually Tucson tap water. And I'm going to pour it in there so everybody knows that it's the same water I'm using. These are the same pool test drops that you use at home to test for chlorine in your swimming pool. I'm going to put 5 drops in there. If it turns yellow, and it is.
And we're used to that being what we see.
Right, right. Now, I'm going to swish my fingers around in this one a little bit to simulate taking a shower or a bath. Drop the same number of drops in it.
I don't see anything. What are you saying that
because all the chlorine was absorbed right through my fingers. That's how much chlorine you absorb in the shower, and that's how fast it happens. I mean, you pull in chlorine faster than if you drank it. So
that's terrifying, and it's coming out from every faucet in our home, every shower, and it seems like a pretty hopeless situation, but is there something that we can do to battle this?
There is, Alex. You know what? If you're concerned about the stuff that's in your water, and you should be, and most people get a water system because their water tastes terrible. And you should be afraid of the stuff that's in your water. So it's probably time that you thought about getting a whole house water system that treats all the water coming into your house, takes the bad stuff out, and the best one I found is that one I brought along from H2O Concepts.
All right, Derk, I'm going to be a person at home right now sitting on my couch, and they're saying, you know what, Derk, I already have a water system. I've got one. It takes care of my stuff. What makes this one actually different from something we might already have?
It is different. Probably the people at home that have a water system have a water softener reverse osmosis system. This system is totally different. This gives you great water at every faucet. So you'll never have to buy another case of bottled water. It takes the chlorine and contaminants out in the shower. Water softeners alone don't do that. Yeah. And it doesn't use salt. So you're never going to have to buy another bag of water softener salt. And you know what? Your skin feels cleaner.
Yeah.
You're not all slimy like when you take a shower or a bath in softened water. And you know what? Inside the system is their patented electronics that actually breaks up hardness before it happens. So you're not going to be spending your time scrubbing hard water deposits. And unlike a water softener, it doesn't use salt.
And it's great water from everywhere in our house, but it's also great tasting water. So You brought some for us today.
I brought some. This is actually Tucson tap water. After it's been through one of the H2O Concepts system, I want you to taste it and see what you think.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad you said it went through the system first.
Yes.
Cheers.
What do you think?
Oh, what do you think, Tina?
Oh, it was not tap water.
That is
Come
not
on, Derk.
Enough?
Refreshing.
It is.
And
it
just
is.
crisp is the word that comes to mind. It's
Yeah.
really good.
No bad taste, no bad smell, and the best part is you never run out. You'll never run out of great tasting water.
And you don't have to break the bank to get it, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
Because you have some icing for us. I call it a deal.
H2O Concepts is having a special offer for Morning Blend viewers. If you call right now and you're one of the first 20 callers, you'll get a $600 discount, free standard installation, and their financing packages available to fit any budget OAC, so there's no reason not to call.
Boom. Derk, drop the mic. You covered the chlorine, you covered the taste, you covered the special. Now I'm going to tell them how to get a hold of you.
Perfect.
Thank you, Derk, as always.
Thank you, guys.
You guys join the clean water revolution and get great tasting water from every faucet. No chlorine or contaminants in the shower and no more of those hard water problems. All you have to do is give them a call, 1-877-442-5222, or visit h2oconcepts.com.